Hi everyone, today I'm gonna challenge myself to make 21 meals out of 75 Canadian dollars. Check it out how I do it. First, I head out to grab my groceries. I live near Metrotown Mall, so I'm surrounded by a bunch of options. But today I'm going to T&T, the Asian supermarket, and later Walmart because I spotted a few good deals. Living in a city like Vancouver, I have seen a lot of people complaining about grocery prices lately, and honestly, I get it. So I'm doing this challenge to help anyone who's struggling with budgeting, especially international students. I used to be an international student myself, a Vietnamese, studying in Singapore, which is also one of the most expensive cities in the world. So I know how overwhelming it feels moving to a new country and suddenly having to figure everything out on your own. One of the biggest skills I learned during that time was budgeting, not because I wanted to be super frugal, but because I had priorities. My stipend was fixed, so if I wanted a balance in life, I had to be intentional with my spending. Oh, at this point, I forgot to grab the gochujang sauce, but I did come back and got it. Can you guys guess what I'm gonna make for today? So I finished at T&T with $31.12 in total. Now I packed my stuffs. Passed them to my husband and head to Walmart. Back in the day, I spent around $20 a day just eating out. I was honestly shocked when I came to Vancouver and realized that's just one takeaway meal here. So instead of accepting that, I decided to challenge it. I want to lower my food cost without sacrificing good food and the lifestyle I enjoy. That's why, in this $75 weekly budget challenge, I'm going to show you how I make meals that are still nutritious, delicious, and actually sustainable. Quick disclaimer, this 75 budget doesn't include rice or basic marinades. Those are things I already have at home, and I'm treating them as pantry essentials. So if you're starting completely from scratch, your cost might be a little bit higher. Alright, I'm checking out at Walmart, and it costs $44.14 in total. Alright guys, I'm back to my kitchen. Let's check everything that I got. Today I want to make burritos for breakfast, Vietnamese pork and shrimp stir fry, bibimbap, and Hainanese chicken rice. So we got 3 types of meats and eggs and prawns as our proteins. And here all the veggie. First thing first, we're gonna cook rice. Like right here. Baking soda to remove all the pesticide if there is. I'm gonna cut them in half. We're gonna prepare our ginger and garlic and onions. I slice half of the ginger, 5 cloves of garlic, and a quarter of onion to boil with the chicken. Then I chop another half of the ginger and the same for the garlic. Next, I cut the veggie. Slice them about half centimeter. I have some bowl here to keep the veggies separated. pull the seed. For the cucumber, I roast the potato first in air fryer. I dice the onion to prepare the breakfast. Add bell pepper on top and a thin layer of salt. Here I prepare the pot to boil the chicken. Here I have 10 pieces of chicken thighs. I'm gonna have 2 pieces per portion, so I'm gonna boil all of them. And then boil. Each pound of beef cost me almost $8, but they are grass-fed, so I hope it's healthier. Some garlic, 1 tablespoon of salt, tablespoon of honey, 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. Leave it for some time to marinate. Add some oil. Now I fry the eggs for the bibimbap. I need 5 eggs in total. I prepare some hot water to boil the veggie. Then I stir fry the beef. I have 900 grams of beef, so 600 grams will be used for bibimbap and the rest 300 will be used for the breakfast. It's time to take the chicken out. Cool water. To cook our Hainanese chicken rice. I'm gonna put it aside. I just briefly boil the veggie and take them out. Okay. I put a layer of beef on top of the pepper. Egg, like 7 eggs into a bowl. Beat the egg. Gonna add some mayo and some salt. Okay, the potato looks so good. I put my egg and beef into the air fryer and roast it. And when the rice is ready, I add the rice into 5 bowls and I add the component of bibimbap on top of the rice. And the beans brown, salt, a circle of sesame oil. Bibimbap cannot be completed without gochujang sauce. And to complete, I add an egg on top. For the leftover spinach, I'm gonna add a thin layer of salt again. And then a circle of sesame oil. And then mix everything together. Add the zucchini into it also. More salt. Alright. Now I prepare the second dish, the Vietnamese pork and shrimp stir fry. Okay. Each I'm gonna add a tablespoon chicken stock powder, half of a tablespoon. Cooking oil, a tablespoon of fish sauce, and when the prawn change the color into orange, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. I'm gonna add very important component of this dish is the pepper. Green onion. This is the green onion I grow on my balcony. The second dish is done. Yay! I'm gonna add the chicken stock into the rice. And then with the default setting, cook the rice. Now I'm gonna debone the chicken. For Hainanese chicken rice, we have to debone the chicken. Then we leave it aside. For the 5 years that I stay in Singapore for my PhD, Hainanese chicken rice is one of the top choices that I have for my meals every day because it's relatively cheaper than other dishes. In NTU campus, I can get Hainanese chicken rice for like $3.50. Outside is about like $5, so it's one of the cheapest meal that everyone can have. I'm making the scallion or green onion ginger oil to eat with the Hainanese chicken rice. And that's enough. Come to the part that we prepare our breakfast. Put the potato and then I add a chunk of the mixture and then I grab them. I don't know how to wrap a burrito actually because I didn't make it so often. The breakfast is done. The rice cooked with chicken stock is ready. Now I assemble the Hainanese chicken rice. The soy sauce. I add 2 spoons of soy sauce. So I add 2 tablespoons of vinegar and 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. And mix. Okay, now I'm gonna divide the rice. And I'm gonna add the salt I just made on top of the rice. The ginger onion oil on top of the chicken. The pork choy. And I finished the challenge for today. So eventually I make 5 Vietnamese pork and shrimp stir-fry rice, 5 Hainanese chicken rice, 5 bibimbaps and 6 burritos, 21 meals in total. So I finished the challenge with 26 cents. So I overspent 26 cents, but it's still very good, right? I hope you enjoy and see you in the next episodes.